Awesome. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I know we've got some beautiful launches tonight who are feeling a little bit nervous, so I'm sure they appreciate seeing all the familiar faces on. So we've got a big kudos to Tracey, Shauna and Josie who are launching their business tonight. So well done, girls. I'm really excited to hear your stories and get to hear those shares from you. So my name's Katrina. I've been in the business just shy of 2 years now, and I get the wonderful opportunity to get to welcome you guys to have a little bit of a closer look at what we do here. So I run a program called the Soul Project. Basically what I do is I want to encourage more people to live life to the max. I find that with today's society, the way it is, it's very fast paced, but we're also trapped in a system which quite often leaves us feeling unfulfilled. We're going to work all day, we're coming home, and we're kind of in that rat race, wash, rinse and repeat, right? So something like this was shown to me just under 2 years ago, and it really started to open my mind up to the possibilities that could be. So hence I jumped in, I gave it a shot. I thought, why not? Nothing else was changing in my life unless I kind of took a risk. And now I get to sit here in an amazing spot, financially, emotionally, wealth, health-wise, and help you guys do the same thing. So I'm going to shoot on over to Lauren, and she's going to share a little bit about the product and the program that we use in order to help people feel well and really reach that optimal wellness to be able to have that physical aspect of health. Yes.
Woo! You had to do like musical chairs.
Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Lauren. For those that don't know me, I'm over at Katrina's house. We're friends. I was the crazy person that introduced her a little under 2 years ago, which is crazy. February, it'll be 2 years. And this girl said no to me for a really long time. And I'm so glad she said yes to see, her life transform and us become friends again. Not that we ever stopped being friends, but I guess, getting out of school and things like that, I guess people drift apart. But, I came across this business 3.5 years ago, and I was the crazy person that jumped in, and I wanted more travel back in my life. And, little did I know 3.5 years later, this is what I do full time in very stolen moments and get to live a cool life. So I get the pleasure of sharing our amazing products. So I think, one aspect of what we get to do is help people with their health. Hands up last year, I like this to be a little interactive, that said 2017, I'm going to be in the best physical shape of my life. I'm going to feel amazing. I want vibrancy. I want vitality. That was me. Took me until at least February to get my butt into gear. And, I've been on the product and program for a long time now. But, I love that we get to help people make sustainable changes, not fads. Sustainable, long-lasting health changes, not a weight loss product that they stop taking, 2 weeks down the track because it's not working. We have an amazing whole food product. So if you've never seen it before, these are our premium products. These are our whole food capsules. It's literally fruits, vegetables, and berries that have been vine ripened, crushed, picked, juiced, freeze-dried in a really slow way to keep in the nutrients. So what you're literally getting without a science degree to tell you is you're getting the nutrients, okay, in a really easy, convenient, affordable way from over 27 varieties of fruits and veg. Now, I don't know about you. I try to do a good job. I juice, I drink green smoothies, I eat salads. I do really well, but I'm not getting 27 varieties, colors of the rainbow, because every single fruit and vegetable offers different key nutrients for our body. So, apples, oranges, broccoli, spinach, they all offer key nutrients. I'm talking thousands upon thousands of vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals that help rid our body of toxicity and really help get on the path to vibrancy and vitality from inside out. So that's what really our capsules are doing. They're bridging the gap. It's not here, take this, don't eat fruits and veggies, because every single day we need a way to conveniently get the edge and bridge the gap. And that's what I feel Juice Plus does. It allows us an easy, convenient, affordable way to do that. It's non-GMO, so it's third generational farms. There's no herbicides, no pesticides. Okay, it's tested 7 times before they even encapsulate it in a vegan soluble capsule. It's got over 33 independent peer-reviewed studies that are there for the general public to read if they dare choose to. But, you know, most people care what it's done for people and the results people have gotten. And, you know, some of the things, what are some of the things you could think of that if you were getting, you know, 3 cold pressed juices a day with loads of different vitamins and minerals, what are some things that you could like possibly think of that you would get? More energy, better skin, clearer mind, less brain fog, right? Less stiffness in the joints, things like that. Okay. And really that's what Juice Plus is. It's a humble way to get those key nutrients in, and a really scientifically proven way that works, and it is long-term and sustainable. So there are our capsules. Okay, these are our premium capsules. Then for all the mamas out there or people like me that have nieces and nephews and care about kids' health, for every adult that takes our capsules, a child is sponsored absolutely free. Now, I'm all about kids' health. I genuinely love that our company has a heart and that it has sponsored children. And I'm talking like $1 million a year. For every adult that takes it, a child gets it free. And these are our chewables. I'm not going to dare open them because I might get hurt, because once they're open, they tend to go pretty quickly. And it's fruits and vegetables mixed with tapioca. Okay, if you were to pick a Woolies brand up, say, at the supermarket of kids' Vitagummies, right, I'm not here to bag any other product, but I want to give you kind of a visual. You turn it over, the first thing you see is glucose and water. Okay, literally, we're giving our children sugar and water, and there might be some sort of vitamins there, right? There might be something there. So I love that fruits and vegetables, right? That's what we're known to eat. They don't have ingredients. They're not an ingredients list. They are ingredients because they're whole foods. Okay, our bodies were born to eat them. And who wouldn't love to be able to give their kids, okay, a great start in the day, to be able to say before you even walk out the door to go to school, and sometimes you can't have control over what they put in their mouths every single day, that they're getting the nutrition of 17 different whole foods in their diet. You know, I'm a big believer in like attracts like, especially in children. Okay, so what you flood your body with is what you naturally will crave more of. You eat junk, you keep eating junk, right? I've been there, I've done that. And the spiral continues because that's what you're feeding your cells. That age-old saying, or that cliche saying of you are what you eat, actually is true, because your cells replenish themselves within 90 to 100 days. So what you fuel your body with actually becomes your cells, right? And you want to fight disease. Okay, I'm a big believer in prevention over cure. So every time you eat, are you fueling, disease, or are you fighting it? And so that's why I love Juice Plus for that. Our other amazing new product is our Omegas. So again, a vegan soluble capsule. And this really, for me, I'm an ex-PT. I've done my diploma in nutrition. And so we learn a lot about, different key nutrients that you need. And omega, so EFAs, essential fatty acids, they're so important to our body, right? Because we can't actually produce it. We can't produce omega-3 in the level that we need, okay? And what I love about this, who said that they know fish oil, okay? They know omega, essential fatty acids. They know it's important for brain health, brain function, heart health, okay, and overall vitality. So many people do, yet I probably haven't taken fish oil for years because I can't stand the taste. I can't stand the aftertaste, and I can't stand, putting that in my mouth. So for me, this was amazing. It's vegan and it's sustainably sourced from plants. So instead of taking the omega fatty acids from the fish, okay, the fish eat the algae, and that's where we source it from. So we source it from the algae. We're not sourcing it from fish. And a lot of omegas are actually sourced from things like swordfish and tuna, which have high mercury levels, okay? So really, I love this because, again, it's sustainable and you don't have to worry about toxicity of the ocean and things like that, pollution in the fish, and it tastes amazing. There is no aftertaste, thank goodness. And I love that our company really bought this. It's got 5 essential omegas in it, okay? 3, 5, 7. 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And then we've got our whole food powder. So I always say we're not the company with the catalogue. Okay, we're health from the inside out. So this is our only other product and it's our whole food powder. So it comes in chocolate and vanilla. Okay, who's taken a disgusting protein powder before? Yeah, it tastes like orange. Denise said that's the Amigas. It's incredible. It's got this orange oil in it. It's amazing. No fishy aftertaste. But who's taken a horrible protein powder before, right? You have to like hold your nose to try and take it, and you want a convenient source of good source protein. For me, I love our Whole Food Complete because it is that. It's a complete blend of protein, fats, and carbohydrates, but from plants, okay? So I believe, it's definitely my opinion from research that I've done, but I believe dairy is highly inflammatory to your gut and your digestive tract, and your body can't break it down. So therefore, whey proteins never agree with me, and they don't agree with a lot of people. So we source our protein from things like chickpeas, rice protein, pea protein, things like that. And it's bioavailable, meaning your body can easily digest it because it's from plants, therefore it can utilize it straight away. I love Juice Plus for the actual research that goes into it to actually give you an incredible source of nutrition, and they care, right? They genuinely care from the crops that the fruits and veggies are grown on. You know, the farmers care to them when we actually put it in the capsule and put it in the packet and deliver it to your door. I love that it's scientifically proven. And for me, these are my go-to. These were essential. I don't eat breakfast. And these are my go-to at 3 p.m., you know, when I was having an energy slump. So these meet people where they're at. And I love that you can give them to kids, you know, that a mum can make a smoothie, feed the whole family, you know, make this an amazing smoothie booster, add more protein into it, and get good nutrition into the kids. And they think they're getting chocolate milk. Like in my world, that's like a mum win, definitely, to be able to give your kids a great start. And there's not many proteins out there that you could actually genuinely share with your children from all ages. Our product is safe for anyone, unless you're deathly allergic to a fruit or vegetable that's in it. It's safe for pregnancy, breastfeeding, you know, it's safe for the elderly, it's safe for people going through things like chemotherapy. You know, it's not a fad, it's not, you know, a cure. It is good health from the inside out at its, I guess, most original form. So fruits and vegetables, right, it's timeless. I could talk about the product forever. I love it. But most people care what it's done for people. So for me, I have adrenal fatigue. It is something that I'll always manage. And, you know, today's a really good day. I feel amazing. But not every day is an amazing day. So for me, to come onto the product, I knew it could change my health. And within 2 days, I was, you know, more energy, sustained, not the highs and lows of caffeine and sugar, which, if you know, adrenal fatigue is my adrenal glands are totally shot. And I was taking loads of medications for that. So for me, I'm off medication now. Within, you know, 2 weeks, my skin had cleared up. You know, I wear makeup because I want to, not because I have to. And for me, my skin had completely cleared up. You know, I used to have acne, not just on my face, down my arms, on my back, things like that. And it's a level of toxicity that's in your body that's showing up on your skin. You know, that's what I believe. And it was cystic, so it was sore, it was red, and it was horrible. And for me now, you know, no joint pain when I go to the gym and things like that, which is, again, all adrenal fatigue related and hormone related. And my hormones are completely stable. You know, it's incredible what you can achieve when you just feel your body the right way. You know, and really take your health instead of for granted and really do something about it. So I think we're going to hear from Josie a little bit about her product share, correct? So I'm going to come and find you. Oh, is she? Sorry, there she is. Are you there, Josie? There you are.
I am. Can you hear me?
I can.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so I've been taking the product for 3 weeks now, nearly 4, I believe, and I'm hooked. I was a bit skeptical at the start. Well, I'll start from the start. First of all, I saw Katrina, she posted a video. So she was doing a live on Facebook and talking about the product and the business and everything behind it. And I was just interested. I was on a day off from my job now, which is extremely stressful. And I just thought, why not? I'm going to give it a go. What have I got to lose? So I messaged Katrina And yeah, so 3-4 weeks down the track, and I'm loving it. I've noticed weight loss. My skin, I've intentionally worn no makeup tonight. I usually don't do that, so it's a big step for me. My skin was terrible, so I've noticed my skin's cleared up, more energy, I'm happier, hair, nails, everything. Everything's amazing. So I'm loving it. Yeah.
That's incredible, amazing. After 3 weeks, can you imagine after 3 years? Like, I've been taking it. It's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, lovely, and good to meet you. I've heard amazing things about you.
You too. Thank you.
You are welcome. And really, that is the product in a nutshell. I love the stories, right? It is just incredible. You know, I get choked up about it sometimes because it truly does. It can change lives, and it's not a fad. It's fruits and veggies. I just wish I knew about it sooner. You know, we've all got people in our lives that we are, I wish they could have taken it. So we're going to transition into the business. That's a product. If you want to know any more info about that, honestly, ask the person that invited you or showed you this link and get your questions answered. Like Josie said, she was skeptical. I probably was a little bit too, but I'd spent money on worse things. So I'm going to hand it over to Kat. She's going to share a little bit about our incredible business and I guess the opportunity that's there for you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Always love to hear Lauren talk about product. Doesn't she sound like a pro? So yeah, basically I was exactly the same. I was a massive skeptic. Like Lauren will tell you, I literally sat on the fence of this business for 18 months because there's so much stuff out there, right? There's so much crap, so much fads, so much get rich quick stuff. And I lumped it in that category. And even though I loved Lauren, still love her, it really kind of threw me because I was like, yeah. But I got to a stage in my life where I was so crappy. I was working all the time, doing like 11-hour days. I had 2 jobs and I had 2 small children as well. And I don't know if anybody's ever been in a crappy relationship, but I was also in one of those. So I was totally burnt out. I had absolutely kind of no light in my life and I was feeling very depressed because of it. Now, we actually have severe depression and anxiety running in my family. So I was very lucky to run into Lauren one day and I was in a vulnerable mood, which doesn't happen very often. And I shared with her that I was stressed out and I was becoming anxious and didn't want to leave the house. And, you know, I'm really glad that I ran into her because I was stressing out about being out and about. And sorry, I get a little bit choked up because it was a shitty time of my life. But I was really thankful because she kind of brought up to me and she said, I'm taking these products for my own anxiety. They're natural. Would you like to try them? So I basically got on the products first. I really enjoyed them, absolutely loved them. Like Josie, I was hooked within the first couple of weeks. So I looked at the business behind it too. Now, again, I understand that sometimes concepts like this are so far out of our traditional work that you can be quite skeptical about it and quite unknown. When I came into it, I was quite concerned about the structure of it. I didn't know how it worked. And I'd heard all these kind of myths around this kind of industry. So what I got shown was something that blew my mind because it makes sense. You really can't dispute it when it gets shown to you like this. Now, I was concerned that there would be one person above me in this business working me hard, breathing down my back about sales and making sure that, I was always kind of on target. It was almost, I felt like I would be working really hard for someone else. And I went to an event and I got shown something like this by someone who was working in retail. And she said, I work down here all day on the checkout for this guy up here who owns the company, the CEO. Now, I could resonate with that, right? Because I was in hospitality. I was working tourism hospitality. I was working long weekends. I was working night shifts. I was working public holidays, Christmas holidays, and I'd been doing that for 7 years. I was lucky enough to get up to like here, one of the manager positions, but it took me 7 years to do it, and it was full of competition. It was full of unhappy moments. I was really worked. I never enjoyed going to work. I was always feeling a little bit stressed out. But I did eventually get to here. And what that meant is I had to step over people to get there. I had more responsibility. I was still only swapping my hour for a dollar figure. And it was really frustrating because I knew I wanted more. I wanted something where I could earn more money than what I was. But this is where I was capped because this was a family business and these ranks were already taken up. Nobody was moving. So I was really limited. Then I went out and I started my own dance school because I thought this is going to be my freedom. This is going to be my moment out. I will grow it so big and then I'll send it on to a manager and I'll be able to, you know, travel with my kids and do that kind of stuff that I wanted. What I found when I was the CEO of the dance school, because it was building, you know, and I had this dance school for 8 years, every single cent that got made had to go back out in overheads because it cost me a fortune to set it. It cost me a fortune to have a studio, to pay my rent, to pay my insurance, to pay my staff. And even then, when I did take time off, which was necessary, they were calling me nonstop about silly little trivial things like, where was the invoice book, or so-and-so didn't turn up for her shift. And I really worked out that I didn't like to be an employee and I didn't like to be an employer either. So I was kind of screwed. You know, I didn't know where I fit in. When Lauren showed me this, she said, this is a traditional pyramid scam. What we do every single day is a traditional pyramid scam. We're in the system, there's somebody telling us what we're worth, and we really can't move ourselves out of it. In a business like Juice Plus, we come in at the same level as everybody else. Whether you're a mechanic, whether you're a stay-at-home mum, whether you've just finished school, whether you're a high school dropout, whether you're a doctor, literally all of our skills, it doesn't matter. We come in at the same spot. And I really like that because it's super fair. So we come in down the bottom here. Everybody comes in as a virtual franchisee. What my favorite part about this is that the CEO position, which is called NMD, is unlimited. So we can have unlimited NMDs inside of our business, which is really cool. There's not just one person sitting above you telling you what to do. It is your opportunity to reach wherever you want to go. Now, another thing that's really cool about this is that you can stop along the way. If you only want an extra $500 a month, if that's going to change your life right now, you can hang out here and just enjoy it. You know, if you really want to create a full-time income, you can work harder and come up here. Now, I managed to hit NMD in just around about, say, 15, 16 months of hard work. So for me, that would have been 15, 16 months of earning the same amount of income with no limit, with, you know, just staying at that same base, wasting that time in my traditional job. In this job, that 15, 16 months created an empire that I could then move and become a CEO of and grow and do all that amazing stuff for the same amount of time. I could really understand how this made more sense. It gave me control of my life back. It gave me control of my income. If I didn't want to work that hard one month, if life hit me, if life was in the way, I talked about having a shitty relationship. I actually left that shitty relationship. And for anybody who has left, we had 2 small children, so it was really emotionally taxing on me. This allowed me to take time off and still get paid. I couldn't have done that if I was in a traditional job. It wouldn't have happened. But something like this is supportive because you take control of your income, which is really cool. Now, the other thing that I was quite concerned about was that I would have to know a lot of people. Now, maybe looking at me now, you might not notice it, but before this, I was not a social person. I didn't really enjoy going out and talking to people. I didn't feel like I was a people person. All these stories that I was kind of telling myself. So the fact of having to go out and know lots of people and talk to lots of people about this opportunity really scared me. It was one of the things that probably kept me on the fence with Lauren for so long because I didn't think I could be one of those people. Now, what I found when I got into this business is that the way this business popcorns out with the compound effect, you really don't need to know lots of people at all. So I came in, here's me at the top, and I introduced the business to one of my girlfriends, Miranda. We were doing the same job and I knew she wanted out. And I also met a lovely lady on the internet called Jo. Okay. Now, Jo actually went out and introduced it to Denise and Vicky. And Miranda went out and introduced it to Danny and Beck. So pretty much within my first couple of weeks, it had already gone out. Then what happened is I met Desi as well. And say now, like I've met Josie. Now I met these guys online. So I didn't know them beforehand. I literally just started conversations with them. We got talking about them wanting more options. And I said, you know, I don't know if it's for you, but this is what I do. They came and watched a similar event to this. They said, yep, it makes sense. It's awesome. I'm jumping in. And then what happens is it slowly goes like this. And then you get to about 2 years later when you've got a team of 300 people, and it's just insane because you have no control over it anymore, because these people are so focused on creating their own future and their own dreams and their own goals that they're motivated to build your business for you while you can go out and keep building wider as well. So it's a really amazing thing too, because you've got people in your corner who want to see you do well, rather than the traditional business where it's quite tempting to tear each other down, to, you know, the backstabbing kind of. Has anybody worked in daycare? Do I have any daycare workers? Because if I do, you'll know exactly what I mean. Retail, yeah. You know, it can get quite catty. So I really enjoyed this because everybody was on their own mission, working for themselves, but also helping other people along the way. So it really made sense for me. And I'm pretty much living proof that you don't have to be a social, outgoing person in order to make this work. Cool. So I'm going to head on over now, and I'm going to talk to Trace as well. I know she's a little bit nervous, but I'm really excited to talk to her. She's going to share with us why she's excited to start the business and what she's found so far.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracey. Yeah, I came across a post on Facebook probably about 9 weeks ago that advertised working online and having the freedom to work where you want, when you want. It was appealing to me for my situation. Yeah, so I reached out to the lovely Jo Ross, and I did need, I was sitting on the fence for a couple of weeks, and yeah, I decided I liked the business side of it, and yeah, I decided to give it a go. And well, before I gave it a go, I thought, you know, I better try these capsules. But anyway, yeah, since starting the capsules, yeah, 6 weeks ago, I found that I've lost a couple of kilos. I'm eating a lot healthier, introduced exercise into, yeah, my weekly routine, and yeah, I've got a lot clearer mind, and I'm feeling more motivated and more focused. Yeah, that's been a big one. Because yeah, yeah, I was working like, you know, the 9 to 5 grind. Only I was working, well, I'm still working, night shifts and weekend work, public holidays, school holidays, yeah, and living quite an unhealthy lifestyle. Yeah, so since coming across this program, yeah, I've found a lot of positive changes, and yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, because before I was tired all the time. You know, junk food made a regular appearance in my life, and I wasn't exercising. Chocolate was my best friend, and yeah, just
That's awesome, darling.
yeah, I was going to give up a lot of these things, but it just never happened. And I was virtually living day to day with no goals of where I was going in life. And yeah, things are a lot different now. I've got a lot of things to look forward to, and yeah, I can't thank this program enough, actually. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the future.
Good girl. Awesome. I'm excited to see where it takes you to, honey. It's really exciting. I love that. And I can resonate with that too, because I think for so long, you just kind of get stuck in a box and you don't have any goals. You don't think outside the realm of anything normal. So it is quite bizarre when you can really start to take that control back and think, you know, hell, what do I really want? Like, what do I want to do with my days, rather than go to work and, you know, build someone else's dream? So it's definitely exciting, and it takes it to a whole new level when you actually get to own your days back. I got to about 6 months in the business and I got to be able to sell my dance school and drop my full-time job during the day as well, because this was out earning what I was making through those 2 streams of income. So it's definitely got a lot of potential, but that was a fantastic share, honey, and I'm really excited to see what's going to come in the future for you. But what I want to explain next, guys, is really the fun stuff. How do we make money in this, right? How does it come to fruition? What do we have to do? Do we have to sell our souls? No, not really. We don't. We just create brand new sparkly ones. So really, direct selling is the way of the future. It's what's happening organically. Referral marketing is happening more and more, and it is so prevalent now with the use of social media. So think about it. We see a good movie, we post about it on our page. People give out their opinions and we get into a debate about what the movie was like. If you go to a good restaurant, you take a photo of it, you put it on Instagram and you tag the cafe so that your friends can go there. It's what's happening. It's the power of people taking the marketing back. Juice Plus has been on that bandwagon for 30 years. They were well ahead of time. They've spent the last 3 decades just paying the customers to share their results. So basically what we do as Juice Plus representatives, we take the product, so we use it, we talk about the product, and we share our results with anybody who's looking. That's it. That's our job. That's how we get paid. Now, it's really quite simple, and that's why when Lauren shared that she does this in part-time hours, because if you can imagine, that's what we do. It really doesn't take a lot of time to build. And, you know, my life at the start was very hectic. The 2 jobs, the 2 kids, and a lot of stress in my life as well. I literally only had half an hour to an hour a day to spend to build this business up. And I still managed to create something phenomenal because I was quite disciplined about it. So this is what we do. Now, we also get paid 3 ways. A lot different to our traditional job where we just get a salary or we just get like an hourly rate. We get a retail profit, we get a commission, and then we get what we call bonuses, which are my fun money. So a retail profit, as soon as we connect a customer to Juice Plus, they put money in our bank account for doing it. Now they ship, they take payment, they deal with everything. All they need from us is the customer details. So that takes a lot of pressure off us, and it's very easy. Okay, we find people who want better health, especially people when they start to ask, like for me, my skin was my biggest one, like Lauren shared. People ask me what I'm doing for my skin all the time. So, you know, I can say, I take this amazing product. Have you heard of it? We get into a conversation, I order it, Juice Plus goes, there you go, cool, thank you. And then that person gets to have awesome results. Then they go and talk to their friends, and it just kind of becomes word of mouth. This is our commission percentage. Now, it's our residual income. There's not very many places out there or opportunities of work that you can create a residual income. Now, we call it beach money because literally you can be sitting on the beach and this income is still getting paid to you, which is really spectacular. That is how, you know, I turn 30 next year. I've been able to retire myself because my residual income is sitting higher than, you know, a traditional job, which is really cool. Okay, really cool. And then we have our bonuses. These are exponential. So I'm going to explain them for you because they're the fun money. I really like to explain them, but it's exponential. So when I'm talking about these, you can create as many of these bonuses inside your team as you want each month. So when we come in, we move to DVF. Now DVF is a $100 bonus. And it might not seem like much, but in the first week, if we move you there, it's really nice to know, you know what, I've made some money, this is working, I feel appreciative, and I know that I can go a little bit further with this. Then within the first month, normally we move you to SDVF, which is a $400 bonus. Now again, this is a bonus, so it's separate to these 2. The person who teaches you how to get there also gets a $400 bonus, which is really cool because that means there's somebody in your corner. There's somebody that's invested in helping you win. All right, that's really important because in a traditional job, that certainly doesn't happen. Then we have SC. It's a $600 bonus and $600 every single time you teach someone how to get there. Then we have SSC, which is a $1,200 bonus and $1,200 every time you teach someone to get there. A QNMD, which is a $1,500 bonus and a $1,500 bonus for your teacher. And then we have NMD, which is a $3,000 bonus, which is really nice. And at the point, your teacher doesn't need one because as an NMD, you're probably sitting on a residual income here of around 80 to 100 grand per annum. Now, again, that's residual, so that's separate to your retail profit and your bonus. So you can see how you can rack up a really nice income by moving your way through this payment plan. Now, one of my favorite things about this is sometimes you see these things and you think, yeah, that's all good for you. You obviously must be a bit of a superhero, but you don't have to be. Like, I am so normal and I managed to get here in 15 months. It's not something that you need to take years and years and years to build that. But even if it does, you know that you've got that security of having this now come in, which is really cool, really cool. But I want to shoot on over a little bit and let's hear from Mark. Now, Mark's just about to hit this SC level and he's just done something really exciting. So I'm pretty keen to hear from him and hear a little bit of his perspective.
Hey guys, how you going? Well, I got into the Juice Plus in January of this year, and it's a bit like most people that you see an ad on Facebook and catch up with the people that put it and meet a couple others and learn a bit more information about it all. My sort of background, like I used to be a baker, and that's a hell of a lot of hours you put in there, and went from there to owning my own IT business, and that's just as many hours, if not more, because if it's not work, it's paperwork, and you're just flat out working all the time, and then I had a real wake-up call a few years ago where my uncle, he was in the same sort of boat. We both grew up in the belief that if you want something, you work for it, and if you haven't got enough, then you got to work harder. So he bought a servo when he was 18 and did the same thing, worked weekends, nights, you name it, the whole lot. He built it up so it was worth a good sum of money where he could finally retire after all the years of putting in all this effort and go back to his farm and look after his cows and bees, because that was what he loved doing and did whenever he got the chance. Long story short, basically the day he sold the business, he felt a bit unsteady on his feet and a bit wobbly, so he went off to the doctor and discovered that he had a motor neuron disease, and unfortunately the disease was extremely aggressive, and basically a month after he was sold and I can finally retire, I've sold it, I've made it, he passed away. So that was a massive wake-up call that it could just happen to anyone, and here I am doing the same thing as what he was. And it's, I don't want to just keep working day in, day out and not see the family and spend time or have holidays, or just, the moment you're awake, you're working until the moment you go back to sleep. And to do that until the day that you put your foot in the grave is just silly. It woke me up and thought there's got to be more to life than this. So when I stumbled across the Juice Plus in January, I was like, well, yeah, this looks like something I should try. So I got involved with that and we've worked it, and my partner and I have, been kicking it along pretty well. And basically, as a result of everything that's been happening, we'd actually closed my business down at the end of October. September. So just a couple of weeks ago. It's still a bit surreal. The worst part is the first 2 weeks after we closed, we were still in there every day, cleaning and getting rid of everything and sorting it all out to close it. But yeah, it's all gone now, done and dusted, and we're doing Juice Plus, and we got holidays organised for next year to head off to Perth and a couple of trips to Melbourne. I've been told by my partner, who loves the snow and the cold, that we will be going to Canada, so I guess we're going to Canada at some stage. But yeah, so the future's looking a lot better. We've got time to come home, and unfortunately the youngest is 18 in February, so it's we've sort of missed his childhood, so it's a bit late to try and catch up on that. But got a couple of grandkids, so definitely be able to spend time with them, and the life's just a lot better, and really loving the whole experience and how everything's changing, and the fact that now we've got time to to do things besides get up and go to work or answer the phone and go to work when you thought you were going to be able to sit down for 10 minutes.
You're awesome.
So it's, yeah.
That's
The whole future is looking very awesome.
Yeah, you are so awesome. Can I just say too, you don't look old enough to have grandchildren. You must take an awesome supplement, do you?
Oh, I'd say so, yeah.
It must be really good for your skin, because you look way too young to have grandchildren. But I'm so excited by that, Mark. I love your story, and I've got to watch you from the get-go, and no one deserves this more than you and Amanda. You guys really have rocked this from the start. You've stayed in line. You've been so dedicated. And I'm really excited to see it all pay off for you, mate. I really am. And, you know, probably the best part is that this is only the beginning. Like, this is just when it starts to get fun. You know, I can resonate too, because when I sold my businesses, I had things that I'd wanted to do with my kids for so long. Like, mine are still young, so I wanted to take them traveling. I wanted to take them to Bali. We got to take 2 months off and go and live there, because I could take my business with me. Like, these are options that you don't normally get in real life. Now it's almost bittersweet, because I'm so used to waking up and doing my own thing during the day that I forget what it's like to have to go to work for somebody else. You know, I almost have to pinch myself when I hear somebody say, I'll have to put in a leave request. I think, what the fuck? You know, you have to ask somebody for permission to go and do what you want. Like, it's a foreign concept, but this is the vehicle that gives you that freedom to be able to do what you want. And it's not crap. Like, you see people do it every single day, just like Mark and I and Lauren, you know, and so many other people within the team. But we've got one more beautiful launcher who's obviously baby steps into this business, and so excited to be able to see this beautiful, you know, adventure come to life down the track. And that is our wonderful Shauna. So I'm going to shoot on over to her, and I'd love to hear a little bit about her story, because this beautiful girl's brand new to me. She's in the team, but I'm really excited to see what she's doing with her wonderful upline, and hear a bit about her story.
Hi, my name's Shauna, and I came into Juice Plus probably about 3 weeks ago. I stumbled across a Facebook post, probably like 3 or 4 months ago, and it has taken me this long to get my bike into gear. But I finally did, and I've been taking it for the last 3 weeks, and I honestly feel a significant difference, which is really nice. Basically, I was looking for something more. I've been searching for something more for quite a while, and I'm just really looking forward to having some financial freedom. I'm only really quite young, and I'm pretty snowed under with some debt, and I've had a pretty shitty last couple of years with a few losses in my family, and I've really just been working my ass off in a traditional job, and I'm thinking that there's just got to be more. So here I am.
Oh, that's awesome, darling. Now, when this takes off for you and you are our next MD, what are you excited to be able to do with all your time? What are you looking forward to?
I honestly don't know. The concept of having time is strange. I've racked my brain for ages going like, what would I do? There are so many things on my list, I wouldn't even know where to start, and I've been time poor for far too long now.
Oh, well, I'm so excited, darling. I am so excited to see this happen for you. And, you know, exactly like Mark, just show up. Like, this is a beautiful opportunity to share with people, because it actually delivers the product in the business. So, you know, you're in the right spot to see some awesome things happening. But thank you so much for taking the time to share. And I know you've probably got some beautiful people on here who have come to support you. And I will get this recording out for you as well so that you can send it off. But thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who shared. You've all done a beautiful job. I love hearing everybody's stories. I know your uplines are probably working really hard behind the scenes to help you guys feel supported. So a big shout out to you guys as well. Thank you for everybody who's jumped on. And just as a last little forward, we are so relaxed here in our community, because we know what we have is awesome. You can probably see us, you know, we're real people. We're not, you know, full of shit. We're actually here sharing our results and wanting the best for people. But there are people out there that don't get this yet. They don't quite get it, okay? They're still back in the Stone Ages. There are going to be people that you talk to that go, oh, it's one of those things. Just give them a little wave and a nod and keep going about your business, guys, because this does work. The product is amazing. The business is amazing. And even if you're sitting there thinking, you know what, it makes sense, but it's not quite for me, that is wonderful. I really respect that you have an awareness around that. But just keep in mind maybe that you might meet somebody down the track that you can refer back to your friend that sent you this video. You know, you might have a sister that doesn't want to go back to work after she has a baby. You might have a co-worker who's really sick with, you know, psoriasis or an inflammation disease. These type of things is where the word of mouth comes in and where we build our businesses going out and helping people in need. So again, thank you so much everybody for your time. I really appreciate it. There's some absolutely beautiful shares on tonight. I'm really proud of you guys. And I look forward to seeing all you again soon.